And in other news, the United States and Iran have signed a deal which is meant to end the West Asia war.
It's a 14-point agreement, and it includes an immediate and permanent cessation of military operations, including in Lebanon, and a pledge to conclude negotiations on a final deal within 60 days, extendable by mutual consent.
Now, under the memorandum, the United States will begin removing its naval blockade and related restrictions, while Iran will facilitate the safe passage of commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz free of charge, and this is for an initial 60-day period.
The document also outlines plans for the phased lifting of sanctions, the release of frozen Iranian assets, treasury waivers for Iranian oil exports, and a U.S. program for Iran worth at least $300 billion.
Under the deal, Iran reaffirmed in the memorandum that it will not develop or acquire nuclear weapons. The agreement also provides for discussions on the future of Iran's enriched uranium stockpiles under the supervision of the International Atomic Energy Agency.
Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghei said the document was finalized with the signatures of the presidents. Trump put his signature to the document during dinner with French President Emmanuel Macron at the G7 summit.
It's signed. It's signed? We signed it. It was signed. Why we signed it?
Trump's decision to end the war, in which 13 U.S. service members were killed and large stockpiles of ammunition were depleted, it has unsettled some of his own allies.
Well, U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy, a member of Trump's Republican Party, was particularly scathing. He noted that Iran's nuclear ambitions were not curbed, and they have learned that threatening the Strait of Hormuz works.
Earlier, Trump threatened that he was prepared to bomb the hell out of Iran if they violated the agreement. Listen to this.
And by the way, if they don't honor the agreement, or some things aren't even mentioned in the agreement, it's a memorandum of understanding, but we have an understanding of certain things without writing it. And if they don't honor that, we'll probably go back to bombing them until they honor it. You know, it's amazing what bombs can do.
And for more details on this, our U.S. correspondent Susan Tehrani sent us this report from New York.
At the G7 summit in France, President Donald Trump strongly defended his Iran deal, portraying it as a way to prevent a wider regional war and avoid global economic turmoil. Trump argued that continued conflict risks disrupting energy markets and harming the world economy, saying he did not want to preside over an economic catastrophe. He emphasized that the agreement's core principle is that Iran will never obtain a nuclear weapon, and said that the next phase of negotiations would address technical details. But Trump also issued a strong warning, saying that this memorandum of understanding is just that, rather than a final agreement, and saying that if Iran fails to comply, the United States could go back, quote, shooting and resume military action. The message is that diplomacy remains the priority, but Washington is also keeping pressure firmly militarily. Now, will he be able to sell this deal to the American public? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but it appears that the world leaders who were at the G7 summit, they were content. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.